Turning back to Gaza, one of the major stories of this week, among just countless horrors, was this new fake humanitarian aid mechanism that Israel and the U.S. established, the so-called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, forcing Palestinians to walk long distances to the south, hoarding people into cages in scenes reminiscent of the concentration camps of the Nazi Holocaust to receive meager amounts of aid, which for many people wasn't even distributed. And you had even one U.S. official appointed to lead this resigning because he felt he couldn't take part in what he said was a violation of humanitarian principles. And there's been so many revelations coming out about this. There's the involvement of former CIA officials, including one who trained death squads in Central America in the 1980s on behalf of the CIA. Israeli politicians have said that the Mossad, the Israeli intelligence agency, is directly funding this group. What do you make of what has unfolded, and what are Israel's goals, along with the U.S., in setting up this group?
Israel's goals, I think, on this very rare occasion, we can take Israeli statements at face value, which is that the goals are not the provision of humanitarian aid, but rather the weaponization of food and water in order to compel Palestinians who want to survive to concentrate in the extreme south of the Gaza Strip alongside the Egyptian border so that Israel can control them, can control their caloric intake, and can prepare them to be collectively expelled, permanently displaced to Egypt and beyond. I mean, Israeli leaders have been explicitly clear about this. So why we're even having a debate about, whether Israel is starving Palestinians, whether Israel is seeking to expel them is beyond me. When an accused murderer pleads guilty in a court of law, you don't have a debate about whether he actually did it or not, unless you have confirmed evidence that he's taking the rap on someone else's behalf, and that's not the case here. This organization, entitled the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, I mean, Orwell couldn't have come up with a better name. And as you noted, its head, its director, is this former U.S. mercenary, Jack Wood, who was being exorbitantly paid to lead this sham outfit, and resigned because he realized, it was going to besmirch his reputation for the rest of his days. So imagine an exorbitantly paid mercenary who knew exactly what he was doing, decided he no longer wanted any part of this. And the scenes that we saw, of course, are that, tens of thousands of Palestinians went to these distribution centers, which are, in my view, deliberately constructed to promote chaos and anarchy as a policy, as a strategy. But the American mercenaries operating under Israeli supervision are so incompetent that they couldn't even manage that. And one of these distribution centers on the first day was overrun by these desperate crowds. The heavily armed U.S. mercenaries managing them had to flee for their lives, and Israel, as it always does, opened up with live fire and killed a number of Palestinians and wounded many more.
Thanks for watching this clip from System Update, our live show that airs every Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Rumble. You can catch the full nightly shows live or view the backlog of episodes for free on our Rumble page. You can also find full episodes the morning after they air across all major podcasting platforms, including Spotify and Apple. All the information you need is linked below. We hope to see you there.